October 7th, 2025. Yes, that's right. It's a Tuesday. So that means we are here with the legendary coach himself, Ronnie Shields.
The Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer Ronnie Shields.
That's right, everybody. We are here live on the Boxing Source YouTube channel. And yes, as I was mentioning earlier, we are here catching up with the legendary coach himself, Ronnie Shields. Yeah, what's going on, Ronnie?
Woo!
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar,
Ah,
as it is always, as it is always. And as I, do these shows every Tuesday, I do this with my great co-host from War a Week Boxing himself, brother Joseph Herron. Man, what's going on, brother Joseph?
oh, thank you, Big James. I tell you what, it's always an honor, always a pleasure to visit with the coach, the living legend, one of the greatest to have ever done it, Ronnie Shields. Ronnie, woo! It's good to see
And
you, my friend. Tell you what, what's first on the agenda today, James?
oh man, we got a number of things that's coming up, but first on the agenda, of course, like how we do it as always here, we got the thing where, yeah, okay, there you go. So it's brother Morgan here. All right, here, Morgan, let's get it going.
Either get busy living or get busy dying, or get busy playing rapid fire Q&A with Coach Ronnie Shields.
Oh man, so we
Yeah.
got a number of things here. We got a number of questions here with the coach. So we're gonna get it started here, man. So we got this choice right here to start it off here. All right, better movie, The Godfather or Goodfellas?
Godfather.
All
Yes,
right, all
yes.
right.
Woo!
Legendary series, legendary movie. Okay, so we got that. All right, next one here. Better point guard, John Stockton or Isaiah Thomas?
Isaiah Thomas.
Woo. Well, we ain't necessarily a fan of the Utah Jazz in the '80s. So
Man.
yeah,
Well, they're both jerks, man. I don't like either one of them.
Uh,
oh, oh, man. All right, here we go with this. Here we go with this next one. Better sitcom, The Wonder Years or A Different World?
a different world.
Dude, you can't compare the two. Those are two totally different shows, man. Come on.
Yes, we're going with a little bit of a theme here for these first few questions here. So I had to, get it from the right
No,
about
no,
on
no,
the
no. I mean, let's think about this, guys. Let's think about this. Wonder Years reminded you of growing up and having your first crush, right? Different World just reminded you how hot Lisa Bonet was, but she couldn't act.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
oh,
dude.
oh, goodness, yeah, but yeah, she was hot back then for sure.
Well, I will say this. They made a big mistake in hiring even hotter co-actress in Whitney
Oh,
or Whitley, whatever her name
Whitley,
was.
Whitley, Whitley Gilbert,
Yep,
Whitney.
Whitley Gilbert. Boy, she was fine as wine.
Jasmine Guy.
But Coach, you can plead the fifth, brother.
I do.
Oh man! All right, here we go with this. Here we go with this next one. Better 1980s wide receiver, James Lofton or Art Monk?
James Lofton.
Yeah, that it was really, really a good one there with the Bills and Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas there in the backfield. He just
Look,
couldn't
let's
really do
just be
one
honest, guys. Art Monk was better, but I couldn't stand the Redskins. So yes, James Lofton. Good choice, Ronnie.
That's the
Good
right
choice,
answer.
Coach.
That's the right answer right there.
Right answer, Coach. Woo!
That's it.
All right,
I
here we
feel like
go.
we're on the Family Feud right now. Good answer. Good answer.
Survey says. All right.
No, didn't it drive you nuts? Like on the Family Feud, even if it was a terrible response,
Mm-hmm.
the family would always be supportive. Oh, good answer.
Good
Name
answer.
a soft fruit. A
Good answer.
walnut. Good answer.
Good
Good
answer.
answer.
Good answer. All right. Survey says.
Ah, Richard Dawson kissing all the ladies.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
man.
Come here, darling. Let me plant one on you.
Yeah, plant one on you. Meanwhile, the husband's right next to her. Like,
Yeah, I would have said no. Sorry. Come
oh
here,
man.
little darling. Let me
Uh
French you in
oh.
front of your husband there.
All right, man.
Richard Dawson.
I don't know if I should ask this one, but I mean it's on the list right here, so I'm gonna ask it. Hotter artists, Paula Abdul or Janet Jackson?
Ooh,
Look,
I'm
Janet
gonna
Jackson
I'm gonna
actually
have to
had
go with
talent.
Janet.
Yes. Good answer. Good answer, Coach. Paula Abdul, man,
When
she
I
was
say
beautiful.
Sade, then
Oh, stop it. Jody Watley, yes, I agree.
Oh man.
Look,
Sade.
Paula Abdul was beautiful, but she couldn't sing to save her life.
Yep. That's the thing about it. That's the thing
She
about it.
was J Lo before J Lo existed. Am I wrong about
Oh,
that? Come on
no,
now.
you probably right
Plead
with
the
that
fifth.
one. Oh
Coach
man.
playing
Okay.
the fifth. One,
Let's see.
2, 3, 4, 5, fifth.
Let me see if I can try this one. Better movie that had Harrison Ford, The Fugitive or Clear and Present Danger?
Oh, the
Oh wow.
fugitive. The fugitive all day.
Oh man. Tommy Lee Jones was awesome. Harrison Ford was amazing.
Yeah.
The script was great. Nominated for Best Picture.
It was great.
Good
The
choice. Good
soundtrack was
choice, Coach.
great. Man, yeah, that was definitely a classic. Definitely a classic. Still a classic right there with that one with The Fugitive. All right, here we go with this next one. Better 90s power forward, Chris Webber or Larry Johnson?
Oh
Chris
geez.
Webber.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole grandma persona. That was kind of weird. What possessed him?
Oh man, all right. Here we go with this next one then. All right, let's see about this for a sitcom then. Better sitcom, Perfect Strangers or Who's the Boss?
Who's the boss?
Hmm.
Yeah, I like Judith Light. She was like I'll admit, man, when I was growing up, I kind of had the hots for Judith Light.
Oh, what was another prominent show that she was on? I think it was like a
No, she was on The Guiding Light,
Guiding Light.
which
There it
was
is.
a
Yeah,
soap opera.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep. So that was it. That was it. There, Guiding Light. So all right, who's the boss on that? All right, here we go with this next one. Hotter actress, Nia Long or Sana Lathan?
Shania Lathan.
Ah,
I have no idea who those two people are, so I'll take your word
What?
for it, Coach. Yeah.
all right. I'll send you a picture of both of them.
Nah, that's all right, brother. I'm married to Jesus right now. I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
All
Uh,
right, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, let's go with this next one here. Better '90s R&B group, SWV or Escape?
SWV.
Mm, although during my time, man, it was kind of like a tough pick, but yeah, SWV just had them though. That's for sure. That's for sure on that. All right. Next thing here, better '80s jam, Off the Wall or PYT?
Oh,
PYT. Pretty young thing.
wow. Man, they're both awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, PYT and that one, has kind of created multiple remakes of the beat or the song or stuff like that. So yeah, definitely PYT with that. All right, better chocolate chip cookies, Chips Ahoy or Keebler?
Chips Ahoy.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
Now you should have said Chips Ahoy or Famous Amos.
Oh yeah, that was
Miss
good.
Amos was good.
Yep.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Let say this is good for sure, man. I actually met him in the early '90s too, and yeah, but those are definitely good. But yeah, Chips Ahoy for the pick. All right, this goes to like commercials that kind of got you to get or to go to the restaurant. All right, is it Chili's baby back ribs or Wendy's? Where's the beef?
Oh,
Chili's
Chingo.
baby back ribs.
Yeah, man. Dude,
Uh,
what?
those those
I
commercials
never could
are, oh
understand why
man,
that Wendy's slogan just took off the way it did.
yeah. That's sure. Well, I think it was because it was a direct shot at a certain other hamburger
No,
joint.
no, no. I understand. I just don't understand why it got so popular.
Yeah, not sure either. All right, here we go with this last one here. This is like for artists, like overall or whatever it is. All right, Shaka Khan or Gladys Knight.
Oh, come on now.
Gladys Knight.
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. But yeah, Gladys
Gotta
Knight,
go with Gladys.
legend.
Yeah.
I could add a short. Hey,
No, stop it. Oh, eh. La 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 la. I'm not listening. I can't hear it, Coach. La 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 la.
Oh man. Yep,
Chihuahua.
that is your Q&A there. But yeah, that
Woo!
just a little mix of 80s and 90s with that one, kind of get things going and whatnot, man. But as we are catching up with the coach, of course he has his fighters there over at his gym. He has a couple of them that are preparing for fights coming up, particularly like in November 8th. Two of his fighters are involved in that card there in Texas. So how is Kim going out there for those fighters?
oh, camp is going great, man. you know, David Stevens is really doing great, and also Joshua Edwards. We got two of them on November the 8th. But, we got November is going to be busy for us. We got November 1st in Detroit. I got a new kid I'm working with. His name is Justin Lacey Pierce, and
Mm,
he's 12 and 0 from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So he's going on November 1st. Then November the 7th, my heavyweight, I'm sorry, Otto Walling. Otto Walling is fighting November the 7th in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
that's right. I saw
Then
that on
November
the
the
press
8th,
release.
then November the 8th, we got David Stevens and Josh Edwards. And then November 22nd, we have Vito Manicki fighting
Mm,
Saudi Arabia. And then November the 29th, Justin Pardo.
Woo!
wow. November. Tell you what,
Remember,
Coach, maybe you can clear this up. Speaking of Vito Milnecki, did he sign, or is he just a free agent, or did he actually sign with TKO League?
yes, he'll sign with them, I believe.
Okay. Okay, so that's like one of their first signees that they had there under TKO. So that's gonna be something there to kind of like see how we has this first fight coming up for November 22nd, and then how that will put him in position for more fights under that TKO banner going into 2026. That's gonna
Now
be
let's talk about that for a second,
yeah.
Coach. Do you think 2026 is going to be his breakout year? Because he's going to be on Netflix.
Yes, I hope so. We hoping everything goes well with this first one. We're going to see how the first one goes. Uh, they're putting on a good card on that night, so hopefully all the shows will be what people want to see. That's what it's all about. It's putting on the best fights, and the show on the 22nd seems like a really good card to be on. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can keep getting on those shows before we break out and possibly fight for a world title in the main event.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what's up and what's next there with Vito Milnicki Jr. Of course, having that upcoming bout on November 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And like you said, a very, very busy November. Like I don't think you have any weekends off for November, man.
No.
So you're like on the road, as they say, for like each one of them. So that's gonna be definitely something there. But we of course we catch up as always there with the coach, and the latest is there with this fighter. So just definitely looking forward to every one of them there in action. So we are kind of like going into this next thing here. And hey, as long as we try to do this like David Letterman and
Well, let's do fact or fiction. Let's hear from Floyd first.
you want to hear from Floyd? Oh man, yeah. All right, so we
Let's
got to
do
give
it.
him a little bit more for the advanced space. So let's do it.
Hey, this show needed the cash cow back to introduce fact or fiction.
All right, we gonna mix this up like a DJ there. We're gonna mix it up, kind of scratch a little thing here and there. All right, let's do this here for fact or fiction. We're gonna start off with this first one here coming up. Jerron Bruce Ennis will surprisingly be tested against the rugged Angolan Luis Malima in front of only 7,000 fans in Philadelphia this Saturday. Fact or fiction?
Fiction.
Hmm.
I've never seen this guy, never heard of him. But sometimes that's the guys that surprise you. But I don't think they'll be taking anybody that's going to surprise them anytime soon. So I'm gonna say fiction.
Ronnie, his only loss is to Aaron McKenna.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Aaron McKenna. If he had trouble with the movement and the ring IQ of Aaron McKenna, yeah, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. I
Big
hope you
trouble.
learned something since then. He's going
Big
to be in trouble. But what I did hear, though, is ticket sales aren't very good, Coach.
Well, because people never heard of the guy.
And also, have you seen the undercard?
No.
Yeah, nothing to write home about, Coach.
Yeah,
No
no was.
offense to any of the gallant warriors who are going to be competing on fight night, but you guys will see on DAZN this Saturday. Yeah, it's almost like a club show with Jerron Boots Ennis headlining.
Yeah. But they don't want anybody to take the thunder away from Boots. So
Yeah,
that's
they
the
also
reason
didn't
why.
want to spend any money. Cheap bastard, Eddie Hearn.
Exactly. So that's what it is.
So let's break this down for the kids at home, Coach. For the kids. Now, how does a fight look? Okay, so DAZN, they pay the licensing fee. What does the licensing fee cover?
I don't know, man. Tell you the
It
truth.
covers just the main event, right? So the ticket sales pay for the prelims always. That's how it's broken down, guys. So DAZN is paying for the main event. Now they have the production and they televise the entire card,
Mm-hmm.
but the live gate pays for the prelims.
Yeah.
That's why you're seeing such a lackluster undercard for this. Because guess who's getting all the money for this?
It is.
No, it's not Uiz Maliza. It's not Uiz Malima.
Yeah, that's
It's going to be
good.
Jerron Boots Ennis. He's getting all the money on this card, guys. And Eddie Hearn is
They didn't put nothing for it, and the zone didn't want to pay for it. So
there. It is.
Yep.
There it is.
What was
There
it?
it is.
want to pay for it. You got to do it on your. You got to do it your own. Got to do it on your own.
So did you hear that Rick Glazier Eddie Hearn feud? That Rick Glazier tweeted a couple days ago saying, "Oh, yeah, Jerron Boots Ennis is butting heads right now with Eddie Hearn on their new deal." And he's claiming that Eddie Hearn is trying to cut back the money after paying him inflated purses, and Jerron Boots Ennis isn't having any part of it. Saying, "You think I'm going to go backwards in my pay? No." And Eddie Hearn, of course, denied it. But look, I already know this to be true, guys.
Yeah.
This is why the Virgil Ortiz fight more than likely will not happen.
Yeah.
And there it is. Do you hear the same thing, Coach, that it's not going to happen?
I've been hearing people whisper that, but again, we'll see if they come up with the money. It'll definitely happen. But
Yeah. Yep. But
They
look,
don't.
if you're getting paid $3 million rock to fight Luis Malima, how
Yeah.
much do you think Jerron Boots Ennis is going to expect to fight Virgil Ortiz?
triple that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nine to
Guys,
ten million dollars.
go
Absolutely.
ahead, Ronnie.
No, I say $9 to $10 million.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep. And is that fight worth that much?
Not at all.
Guys, you know how much Erickson Lubin is getting to face Virgil Ortiz?
Probably 500,000.
No, no, no. A little bit more, 900,000.
Oh, yeah,
It's a good payday.
yeah,
Yep.
pretty good. And that's going to be like a test run of sorts there for Virgil Ortiz Jr. being able to main event in a card there over at Fort Worth. So that's going to be something to look forward to there on that end. But on the other side, when you have a bout that they just added the 343 for the WBA interim title there in the main event between Boots Ennis and Luis Malima, and your co-feature bout is Khalil Cole versus Jesse Hart, then yeah, it's not gonna get that many people to really be interested in going to the fight unless they're going to see Jerome Boots Ennis there by himself on that, and he isn't necessarily there at that level as of yet to be like, yeah, he's an exciting fighter, but also has the gift of gab outside of the ring to have people be interested in seeing him anywhere it goes. Not
So
like
why is he demanding $3 million?
hey, that's something that you're gonna have to ask him. I'll tell you that right
See what I mean? See what I mean? And look, Eddie, you did this. You did this. You cannot fault Jerron Boots Ennis for expecting 3 million rock when that's what you paid him for guys like David Avanesian,
Yeah.
Karen Chikatsian,
now.
and now Luis Malima. Come
That,
on,
that,
man.
that's your minimum. This is
You
it.
did this. You did this, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's
Within the
Wow.
contract, you got to stick to it.
you got to stick to
That's
it.
it.
That's not much different than what we were talking about with Shakur Stevenson and his payouts when he was under top rank. So hey, if y'all are willing to pay him, they're willing to take it. So there you go. All right. Number 2 on Fact or Fiction here, real quick. Dana White's business model will not succeed if he doesn't start working with experienced matchmakers who can develop talent. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's definitely a fact.
Mm.
That's definitely a fact. If he don't come around and get the best fights out there, exciting fights that people really want to see,
Mm-hmm.
this thing is going to tank.
But what I'm worried about, Coach, is he's not interested in developing talent. Like, we're never going to see another Floyd Mayweather Jr. under his watch because he's going to throw him in the meat grinder at the 4, 6, and 8 round levels.
Yeah, then it's going to fail. He'll know
It's like,
after,
how can
after
you
one or two
develop
fights.
superstars?
He'll know after 1 or 2 fights if he's going in the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Oh
Well
man.
said, Coach.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt. And a quick shout out to those on the live chat here. Give props to Peter Von Arx here that's on with us. And the first one, we were talking about the first question there. He says, "Fiction, fiction, President Nixon."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anyone's expecting a tough day at the
I said,
office for Jerron
yeah,
Boots
run
Ennis.
on this. Nope, not at all. And I got Alan Toussaint's here in the building. It says like all the questions you wanted to ask about the zone, but we're afraid to ask. There, and he gives salutations to us here on the live. Big ups for you, Alan Toussaint. And for the second one, Alan Toussaint says, "Fact."
Uh-oh.
No doubt.
We got Triple G news to discuss.
Oh man, yeah. Speaking of that, then let's go through it. Gennady Golovkin, Antonio Tarver, and Vernon Forrest deserve to be inducted in the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2026, along with Coach Ronnie Shields. Factor.
Woo!
A fact.
Yes.
A fact. Here's the thing, right? I've been reading a lot of different things, especially with Vernon, because as y'all know, I trained Vernon for the 2
Mhm.
Mosley fights,
Mhm.
Mhm,
and he beat Mosley rather easy,
mhm.
and at the time, Shane was pound for pound the best fighter
Yep.
considered the best fighter in the world
Yep.
at that time. And, people keep talking about, oh, that second round was Vernon dropped him twice, and then he just beat him up the whole
Made
fight.
him look like a bobblehead, coach.
Yeah, and then it, came back the second fight, beat him again. And still, you know, nothing, you know. I mean, people don't want to recognize Vernon, but you can't. I don't understand what's the what's the hold up on this thing. Vernon Forrest deserved to be in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. So
There
does
it is.
so does Triple G, and so does definitely Antonio Tarver. Come on, man, you got to give these guys their flowers right now.
Yep. And so does Ronnie Shields. Woo! Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, look. Vernon Forrest deserves recognition for beating Mosley and prompting him to start working with Victor Conti and Balco and getting on that juice. Dude, that's the truth right there. He's like, man, I can't beat him. So I'm going to have to get on this stuff so I can
Man.
compete with these guys at 47.
But I mean, when you're able to, you have the fights that you had, as you mentioned there, against Shane Mosley, when Shane Mosley was undefeated in pound for pound, number one, going off of his wins over Oscar De La Hoya. And you get that, and then also you're able to move forward and also win the WBC Super Welterweight Championship. So, and actually on two separate occasions, right? So definitely have to put Vernon Forrest there in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And we've talked about the thing there with Antonio Dion Tarver, whether he was on the show or not. So he definitely has to be on. And the thing with Golovkin is, yeah, he's been the guy that was the middleweight division for some time. So you're definitely
Yeah,
going to have him be
I think
there.
all three guys deserve to be there.
Yeah.
You know,
So
It,
what do you think, Coach Ronnie, about all of the chatter? Everyone remarking about Ryan Garcia saying that Gennady Golovkin, even though he had 21 successful title defenses, doesn't deserve to be in the hall.
man, it's not fair. It's not fair. Because he got to remember, one day he's going to be maybe nominated, and there's going to be so much stuff that's going to come out that people are going to say he don't deserve to get in. You know, but 21 title defenses. Think about that.
Yep.
21. Oh my God,
Yep.
that's a fighter's dream.
Yep.
And so many fighters don't get one or two. And this guy got 21 title defenses, and he don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. That's bullshit.
And
He
even
definitely
though he
deserves to
was
be there.
aligned, and even though he was aligned with not a big time promotional outfit,
No, he
he
wasn't.
still became at one time one of the biggest stars in the game.
Absolutely, he was.
And he didn't know a lick of English.
Nope.
the big drama show.
But he deserved to be in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. You know, I, I'm still trying to figure this out. What do you have to do to get in this thing? I mean, it's crazy because, you know, all the stuff people do, all the good stuff that you do to be able to get there, they try to undermine you by saying, yeah, but you lost to this guy later on. So what? Look what you did at the beginning or at the end of your career. Look what you did. And they gotta judge these things by your career. And it's not like you didn't fight anybody. You fought somebody, and you fought the best that was out there during your era. And you're telling me that you can't get in behind that? It
Mm,
doesn't make sense.
mm.
Mm.
Look, I'm going to rattle off the names of the ballot, right?
Ooh.
Um,
Oh, that reminds me. I got to put it on my
so
computer here.
we're going to ask you, Coach Ronnie, if you were voting if you would vote these people in on this ballot. Okay, I'm going to start from the top and go down. Jorge Arce,
No.
Paulie Ayala from Fort Worth,
Paul is my boy, but no.
Nigel Benn,
Yes.
Joel Casamayor,
Yes.
Vernon Forrest,
Yes.
Leo Gomez,
No.
Mikey Garcia,
Yes.
Arthur Gregorian,
No.
Gennaro Hernandez,
I know him, but no.
Chris John,
No.
Mikkel Kessler,
Yes.
Rocky Lockridge,
Yes.
wow, Henry Maskey,
No.
Darius Mikulchevsky.
Yes.
Mm.
You're going to love this one. Sven Otke,
Yes.
retired undefeated.
Yep.
Let's see. Who else?
Sean Porter.
Meldrick Taylor.
Definitely TNT.
Okay.
Fernando Vargas.
Yes, definitely.
Israel Vasquez.
No.
Wilfredo Vasquez.
Yes.
And yeah, that's like honestly,
Okay.
it's shocking how many guys are going to get snubbed this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Tim Bradley is in.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah. Woo.
You know, I'm
Guys,
starting to think that it's who you know.
that's it.
That's basically it.
Why are we allowing these guys to vote and have this kind of authority? Why don't they give this to the fighters exclusively?
We
Exactly.
should.
The
I think
fighters and the trainers, they
Yeah.
should give it to them exclusively.
it
It's
should.
their fraternity, it's their brotherhood. Let them choose.
Actually, you know what, Joe? It should be like that all across the board. Not just boxing, but all sports.
Yeah, because Pete Rose would have been in the Hall of Fame, Cooperstown. Come on now.
He deserves to be there.
Yep.
Easy. You
You
know?
can't let outside stuff interfere with what he did on the field.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And you know, with the list of names that, Joe rattled off, one, that wasn't even like all of the names they have on the ballot.
No.
And two, the way that they have it set up is you can vote for up to 5, at least 3, but up to 5. And within that list, you see how many are pretty much like deserving of being in the Hall of Fame.
Yep. And
Just
they're going to get
something wrong.
snubbed. It's a travesty, guys.
Yep.
And then we've got guys like Dan Raphael, who's going to be voting, and Mike Cappinger,
Yep.
Max Kellerman, going to be voting on this stuff.
What was
Rick Glazer. Rick Glazer's going to be voting on this.
Yep. Rick Glazer's going to be voting. Yep. Rick Glazer.
What is going on here, guys?
Oh, man,
geez.
that's just something, man.
There goes the neighborhood, coach.
Yeah, it is all the way out there on that front, man. But that was just one of the many things as far as like what we can look forward to for when they do announce who's going to be in the 2026 class there, later on down the line. But I'm going to be interested to see who they're going to have in for this year's class on that front. Hey Joe, you ready for the list here now?
Let's do it.
All right, so okay, here we go. Guy here.
Maybe, just maybe, it's time for Coach Ronnie's Top 10. Bing!
Oh man,
Teddy Atlas.
All right, I'll see if I could go ahead and read this here this time for the list here. So this is a category that we have here for today. It's going to be the top 10 most ambitious promotional empires in boxing there. So we got like 10 promotional companies and things like that, that have been out there and about, but has had a couple of mishaps that have really kind of made things very bad for them in some of the.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're being nice, James. That's not what it said. Come on, man. Read it, brother. Read
Come
it,
on,
homie.
man.
No, dude, I'll read it then, man. I'll read it. All right, because this has to be said. This is going to be in article form as well, guys.
Yeah.
So look for this tomorrow for a publication. Now, this is what James meant to say. This list shines light on the rise and fall of boxing's most ambitious promotional empires, companies that stormed onto the scene with deep pockets, bright promises, and lofty visions, only to fade beneath the crushing weight of ego, mismanagement, and financial overreach. Here's the definitive top 10 failed promotional companies in boxing history, at least over the past 50 years, counting down from 10 to 1, leading prophetically into the uncertain future of TKO League or Zuffa boxing.
Man. Yep.
That's what he meant to say.
Yeah, I couldn't put it all there on the screen, of course. Pretty much the whole screen. So we got to go through this thing here from 10 to 1. So I'm going to break it down here. Starting off with number 10, we have America Presents, that was there from 1996 to 2000. Founded by Matt Tinley and backed by Philip Anschutz, America Presents sought to bring structure and professionalism to boxing. They signed fighters like Sugar Shane Mosley and David Tua, but reckless spending, legal disputes, and internal chaos buried the company within 4 years. Despite their good intentions, they underestimated boxing's political labyrinth and the sport's resistance to corporate control. So that's number 10 there in America Presents.
What do you remember about America Presents with
I remember when they
Dan the
first
Man
came up.
Goosen?
I remember when they first came up. And yes, after I stopped training David Tua, he went to America Presents. And they didn't do well. They didn't. They came up with a lot of money at the beginning. But you know what? When you spend that money fast, it goes.
Even faster at times.
It goes faster. Absolutely.
Well, this is what happens. This is what happens when you try to reinvent the wheel.
Absolutely. And they tried
Guys, the rules of boxing promotion are finite. Guys, there's a reason. There's a method to our madness. And when you try to reinvent the wheel, well, you're going to see 9 more, guys.
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
Well, they felt it early, too.
Oh, boy.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's a very short range.
America Presents.
We have some on the list that are even shorter, but we're gonna continue here with number 9. And number 9, we have Banner Promotions there from
Uh-oh.
1988 to 2018. Under Art Palulo, Banner Promotions once stood as a respected mid-tier company with strong television ties. But their over-reliance on a small stable of fighters, most notably Ruslan Provodnikov and Ricky Burns, led to inconsistent results and financial drought. Now, when the TV deal dried up, so did Banner's presence. And today, it exists only in name, a cautionary tale about longevity without innovation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I remember them, too. They just, they tried to be like everybody else.
Mm,
And, you can only be like yourself. You can only do what you do. When you don't have the names to compete with everybody else, you have to, you have to build yourself up and get to that level. But they tried to rush it and they didn't have the fighters to do it. So
yep. Coach, how can you build a promotional outfit without TV dates?
you can't.
And there you go.
Simple.
Yep.
Look, you know, this is a business. Your business has to make money. You're not a bank that have money coming in that you can use to pay other people interest for their money. It's not that. You know, you don't have a bank. You know, your bank is television.
Guys, when pay-per-view became a thing in the 80s, closed circuit before that,
Yep,
that was the promotional goal, is to build an attraction to become a big-time pay-per-view star or closed circuit feature.
yep.
That's when you were able to open up the bank vault and build from that. But if you weren't able to do that, best of luck even getting TV dates.
Absolutely.
So now what
Man.
has piracy done to that business model? What do we do?
It's killing it.
Yep,
Yep.
that's it, guys.
People keep stealing it.
But
Let's go kill it.
yeah, it's gonna kill it. And
Look what it's done to music. Look what
oh
it's done
yeah,
to music. Now you can still see Earth, Wind, and Fire, even though half the members are gone. You still see Philip Bailey performing, even though he's almost 70.
Yeah,
And why? Because he can't sell any more records. And why? Because of piracy, guys.
yep,
yep.
But unlike the music industry, fighters can't keep competing 50 times a year. They can't compete at that pace.
No,
So what are we supposed to do, guys?
nowhere near, nowhere near. And the thing is, like these days now, you have where some of these companies are trying to adjust and get them to like the Netflixes and things like that. So they're trying to see if they could counter it, but you're still gonna have those that'll try to figure out a way to to pirate those things there. All right.
absolutely.
Here we go with number 8. And number 8 is Iron Mike Productions. They're from
Oh boy, I
2013
remember that.
to 2015. There, when Mike Tyson re-entered boxing as a promoter, fans cheered the notion of a reformed champion giving back to the sport that made him famous. The venture there that was launched in partnership with Gary Jonas and Equity Sports was plagued by internal lawsuits, unpaid fighters, and Tyson's fading enthusiasm. Within 2 years, the company folded, leaving behind unfulfilled contracts and a few lost prospects there.
Yeah, I remember when this happened, but it wasn't Mike Tyson's money. So hey, he couldn't put a dime into that thing.
They paid Mike
They
Tyson,
paid
Gary
him.
Jonas,
They did.
$50,000 a show just to put his name on there
Yep.
and to show up and say, "Yeah, this is my promotion."
Yeah, listen. You got to come to these fight card, man. I mean, I'm gonna be there. Okay. Listen, I mean,
Yep.
I know that this guy is like 10 and 12, but you got to see him.
And guys, as a result, it sunk like a lead balloon.
Yes, he
Jeez.
did. I remember that.
Yep.
Oh,
That didn't last at all.
not
Mike
at
was happy though. Was happy
Woo!
to collect.
They like 50 grand. Hey, good for me.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
man. Oh jeez. Oh, Joe, you ready for number 7? Because I do
Oh
not
boy.
remember this one. Oh
All
goodness.
right, here comes.
Number 7, Cedric Kushner Promotions
Oh,
from
Oh my God.
1992 to 2003. Cedric Kushner was one of boxing's most colorful figures, famous for his heavyweight explosion cards that once packed theaters and TV slots. But as the heavyweight division stagnated, Kushner's business collapsed under the weight of oversaturation and dwindling returns. He lost his TV deal with HBO. Key fighters jumped ship, and his company eventually merged into Don King's orbit before fading completely.
Yeah. Cedric was a good friend of mine, man.
mhm.
I've been knowing I knew Cedric for a very long time. And he just he just couldn't get it right, man. He tried, you know, but he just couldn't get it. It didn't go well for him.
Do you remember his show in the 70s, Cedric Kushner's rock concert?
Oh yeah,
He was a
absolutely.
music promoter, guys.
Yes, he was.
Mm.
He was.
And he even had a minor record label,
Yep.
signed
Mm.
bands like Kansas. Dust in the wind, baby. That was Cedric Kushner, guys.
That was Henry. Yeah,
A
absolutely.
brilliant guy, man. A brilliant
That,
guy
that's
and
a fool.
very ambitious.
That
And I'll tell
accent
you
he had. That accent would kill me all the time.
what,
And yeah,
Cedric Kushner's rock concert. I watched that all the time when I was a kid growing up.
Cedric
Yes,
Kushner.
I just aged myself.
yeah. Yeah, I guess you being involved there in the heavyweight division at that time, as mentioned
Yeah,
there, with it, not having that many stars around that time period, like really, crushed his promotional banner there from that time period. So hey, yeah, it looks like he had no choice but to at least at the time merge with Don King there to try to get some of his fighters that he had left to be on the cards.
yeah. He regretted that.
Oh boy. Something tells me that's coming up on this list.
Oh man, yeah, yeah. We got a good few more here left, man. Let's
Oh
go
boy.
for this
We've got
one.
some real dogs with major fleas, guys.
Oh
Yep.
goodness, here we go with number six. Oh man, here it is. Number six is main
Oh,
events from the 1980s up to the 2010s. Kathy Duva's main events there once stood tall amongst the sports elite, managing champions from Evander Holyfield to Arturo Gatti. But mismanagement, mismatched partnerships, and dwindling network leverage caused the company to collapse in influence. Now, despite sporadic successes, main events were slowly pushed aside by the modern era of Al Heyman and Eddie Hearn, surviving in name only, a shadow of his former might. Yeah.
Well, I know a lot about main events,
Yep.
so
yep.
because I came up under them, and they basically got started. They was throwing fights on early in Jersey, you know,
Hmm.
and then when the Olympics came around, the 1984 Olympics came around, they put together a team. Shelly Finkel was a part of it, and
Hmm.
Dan Dover. But
Another music promoter, Shelly Finkel.
Dan Dover owned main events.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Everybody thought it was Lou Dover, but no.
Nope.
Lou's son, Dan Dover, was the sole owner of main events, and he hired his father, his sister, and his brother to work under the banner of main events. So, but Dan, he was a lawyer. He was very smart, and then he put together a grouping which included Shelley Finkel, and they put up a lot of money to get the gold medalist and Holyfield because he didn't win a gold medal, but he had ended up with a bronze, I believe, and they was able to get 5 of the 6 gold medals, I believe. 5 of the 6 gold medalists, and they put out a lot of money to do that, and they was very successful right from the beginning when they did that, and everything collapsed when Dan Dover died.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And that's the truth, guys. Oh boy.
Yeah, they were. I mean, like you said, they were like one of the most prominent promotional companies out there, particularly around the 1990s. There, and we just all of a sudden over the course of the next 10 to 15 years, it just ended up fading away. And but like you said, with the passing of Dan, man, that really like took the cake there, and they haven't been anywhere close to the same since.
Yeah, but Kathy Dover was still there,
Yep.
main events, and she has a world champion.
Hmm. Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Most
wait a
definitely.
minute. Who's the world champion under Kathy Duva right now?
It's the 154-pound kid.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Bro.
Bakram Murtazaliev. That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, it's a shame no one wants
Yep.
to fight that guy.
yeah,
Yeah. And here it is. It's about, one full year since his fight against Tim Zhu, man, and still hasn't, had a fight lined up yet.
yeah.
So, and that,
Come on, John.
you have Mr. Erickson Lubin that could have had his opportunity, but kind of things fell apart with that too. But that also goes to like the difficulties that a number of the fighters on the main events have is being able to either lock down events that could involve their fighters or set up
Yeah,
something for their fighters to be put in position for good or key fights there. So
it's hard to
still,
get TV dates.
yep, TV dates. There you go. That's what it is right there. So you end up losing Erickson Lubin to Virgil Ortiz Jr. in the zone. So that kind of like tells you what happens here on that front. All right. Ooh, number 5 is pretty modern here, and I definitely remember this one. All right, number 5, 50 Cent's SMS
Oh,
promotion. Born out of a broken friendship with Floyd Mayweather, rapper Curtis 50 Cent Jackson's foray into boxing looked promising, featuring fighters like Yuri Yorkis Gamboa and Billy Dibb. Yet, Jackson quickly realized that promoting fights was far less glamorous. Oh man, they're then rapping about them. Mountain losses and lack of television support forced SMS promotions into bankruptcy within 2 years, illustrating that star power cannot substitute for structure or experience.
so was
Yeah,
I a little harsh on that one or no?
no, but
No,
I remember that. I remember when they started it, you know, and but I mean they had problems from the very beginning with
Yep.
50 Cent and Floyd. You know, they Floyd thought 50 was gonna put up all the money, and 50 was looking at him to put up all the money. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna work. You know, so right away they became friends to feuding with each other, and that relationship, I don't think they ever mended their relationship.
I don't remember them ever doing that.
No,
Nope.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think they ever mended their relationship
Mm-mm.
because they was hanging out for a long time. 50 was always at Floyd fights, and he wanted to get into the boxing business. And you know, I guess he figures nothing like the music business.
Yeah, nowhere near, nowhere near.
Once again, trying to reinvent the wheel. Ain't
Yep,
gonna happen, guys.
yep. And with this one is kind of not much different than another
Uh-oh.
promotional
Uh-oh.
company that's
I
on
love
the
this
list that
one.
we'll go into later on here. But we got to get into this next one here because I thought this one would have been promising, but a couple of events along the way kind of took this thing down here. So we're gonna go with number 4 here, and that is Triller Fight Club. Their
Yeah.
2020 2022. At first glance, Triller appeared to be the future of hybrid combat sports, blending boxing, music, and social media. But after hosting bizarre events like Jake Paul versus Ben Askren and Holyfield versus Belfort, Triller's credibility imploded. Lawsuits, unpaid fighters, and vanishing investors left the company in ruins. Man. Ooh.
Yeah, I remember when they filed for bankruptcy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. I mean, they got hit hard early.
Oh yeah, yeah, very early. I remember when they won that purse bid
With
for
Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos Jr.
Yeah, yeah,
How many
And
times did they reschedule that event before they let it go?
to quote LeBron James, not one, not two, not three, not four.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yep.
a shame they kept those fighters on the back burner like that, man.
Yep. That's what
Oh,
that was the demise of Teofimo Lopez that year. He
yeah,
went into that deal with all the momentum thinking he was going to be slick and thinking that he deserved more money than what Top Rank was willing to show him.
yeah,
Whew,
And
man.
look how that ended.
Oh gosh, man. They went in with
Lost
that bid.
everything. All because you thought you were a bigger star than you were.
Yep. Jeez. I was still surprised at that bid that Triller like put out there for that fight in comparison to Matchroom and Top Rank. It was crazy.
yeah,
It's like goodness gracious, but
Yeah, they bid like somewhere a ridiculous amount, like $6 million.
yeah, over 6 million. Over 6
That's
million.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Tio and George Cambozo Jr. Come on
Yep.
now.
With $6 million. Goodness gracious, man. But yep, like decisions like that, amongst many others, like put that company down the tubes there really quickly,
Yeah, it went
really quickly,
fast.
man. Oh man, and as I was mentioning there with the the earlier pick, here's another one that involves people within music that
Uh
just did
oh.
this very
Uh
annoying.
oh.
Here with number three, Rock Nation Sports Boxing Division from 2014 to 2017. Jay Z's ambitious plan to merge hip hop swagger with boxing promotion began with enormous potential and a star studded roster, including Andre Ward and Miguel Cotto. Yet, the company's executives lacked experience in boxing's complex ecosystem. Oh man, it almost looked like they tried to redo Def Jam Vendetta with some of the events they had with this thing. I was like, what are y'all doing, man? Come on.
That
But
was terrible, guys.
are they still doing fights?
Well, they ain't necessarily still doing fights, but they're involved in the sporting business. Actually,
Yeah,
they recently had a little partnership that they got here with Metro Boxing. So that was
yeah,
recently announced.
yeah. They still doing something. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
not much, but it's not. But
Okay.
they're not doing anything big. But they
Yeah.
they doing little small fights.
You
Yep.
mean like Don King still alive doing
Yep,
it?
Right. Right.
same thing.
Same
Okay.
thing.
They put on
Oh.
the same amount of fights a year. One.
Yeah. And both are in a high school gymnasium.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh boy.
This thing is crazy, man. Absolutely crazy that they involved the multiple fighters that they did have. What was it? Andre Ward had one event over in Oakland that they did
yeah,
there. They tried to sign what was it? Adrian Broner at one point, I
yeah.
think it was, and oh man, they tried to make a big splash, but yeah, it just didn't necessarily work out, for them there on that front, man.
You do understand this ain't the music business.
Nope.
That's very
Nope.
true. That's very true. All right, here we go. We got number two, a very
Uh-oh.
promising organization that
Number two.
thought
It
that
it it
many
hurt
thought.
me to write this, guys.
Yeah, I know it did. I know it did. But they thought they'd be able to make a big splash. But given what's happening here in
Once
this
again,
current
you can't
juncture,
reinvent the wheel, and this is what
can't.
happens when you
Yeah,
pay out inflated purses.
well, there you go. And here's number two. Premier Boxing Champions, Heyman Boxing there from 2015 up to now. Al Heyman's PBC began as a revolutionary concept, bringing boxing on free TV again, funded by a $500 million war chest from hedge fund Waddell and Reed. The idea was noble, the execution disastrous. Overpaid fighters, fractured matchmaking, and the refusal to unify with rival promoters eroded fan trust. Oh man, that's just part of
Yeah, that's a tough one there, bro.
it. Oh
That
man,
one is hard. You know.
Well, look, if he had just invested all of that money in his own app, right? And just started from there, we would still be seeing events today with a full roster. Instead, he went to the very expensive and overpriced time buy when he didn't have the infrastructure in place to get the sponsorship to support it. And he spread it way too thin over how many different networks?
Yeah, it was a lot of networks.
So it sounded good,
Yeah,
sounded good,
it,
but uh,
but yeah, they spreading it that far, and then eventually,
they should have
like
just
you said,
decided on one network.
overpaying fighters.
Oh, and then pay them their relative respective market value. Man, it's like, gosh, why'd you have to overpay the fighters? That started what we're going through, guys, right now. Overpaying fighters never ends well for the health of the sport. If you get these guys paying them millions for soft touches, then what happens when you want to make a real challenging matchup?
you're not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, one, you're not gonna get it, but also two, you run the risk of losing lots of money for making those mismatches, and
And
that's
that's
the
the
thing
thing.
about it.
They gonna want more money to
Yep.
fight to take the risk.
Yep.
So, and that's what
That's it.
happens.
They want a small fortune. Like, look at Jerron Boots Ennis. It's
Yep.
still happening, guys. It's still happening. It's like,
And
come
you
on.
get
Look at Devin Haney. How
Devin
much he
Haney,
wanted for the Brian Norman Jr. fight.
Shakur
Neither guy
Stevenson,
is a huge attraction, and he wants $10 million to fight Brian Norman Jr.
Shakur Stevenson. Like how much Devin Haney would have asked for facing Teofimo Lopez if that
No,
fight.
Chingao.
Oh god, man, it's yeah, like I say, it's one of the biggest problems in boxing.
It is the biggest problem in the American market. And once again, guys, it's just the American market that's skewed. And this is why. It started right here. That's why it killed me to write that.
Man,
So who's number one if you had to guess, Ronnie?
man,
Oh, number one. Top rank?
Woo! Oh, I tell you what, top rank. No, they're going to be on the next list. Because,
Don King.
huh?
Don King.
Ding, 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 ding. Big winner, chicken dinner. Woo!
there you go. Don King Productions. Though Don King revolutionized the sport in the 70s and the 80s, his empire's implosion epitomizes the cost of unchecked greed and ego. Lawsuits, unpaid fighters, and dwindling network faith ultimately destroyed his credibility. Only in America, baby.
Only in America. That's right.
Oh,
I
boy.
know because I was a part of that. I had a deal that went sour real fast.
Mm.
So I can tell you about it.
Oh, boy.
It's just no walk in the park messing with Don King
Oh, boy.
because he think he's bigger than any fighter that's ever out there, and he thinks he is. So, but he used to go out there and get them deals though. He made people believe in his shows, and people
Yeah.
lost a lot of money
Mm-hmm.
even in those shows.
Yep.
So he's a good talker.
Yep. Used car salesman.
Yes, indeed.
Yep. That's Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is like that too. Eddie Hearn. Eddie. Eddie.
And what it,
Eddie. Why? Look. And this is funny. Now, this is what I usually do with some of my brothers. I say, guys, go ahead and pick like Ronnie picked the worst possible style matchup that you can think of, and I'm going to tell you how Eddie Hearn would sell the fight to the network. Go ahead, pick it. Just
Star
anyone.
matchup.
Yep, the worst
Um,
style matchup that you could put together. Let's say it 140, 140. Let's say that.
140. I'll
style matchup.
say 140. Was at 140 right now? You talking
How
Let's
about
say
Porter?
let's say Richardson Hitchens
versus
versus
Sandor Martin.
Yeah, that's
versus
a good one.
Sandor Martin. Yes,
That's a
let's
good
do
one.
it. Now, look, guys. Now, if you know what you're looking at in the ring, Sandor Martin versus Richardson Hitchens, that's their combined ring IQ is absolutely off the charts. Now, if you love the sweet science, you're gonna absolutely love this matchup. That's what he does.
Yeah.
And these
He would
networks
say
don't know any
Sandor
better.
Martin
Wait a
exactly
second,
like
you
that
don't know
too.
any better. They buy into it, spending millions of dollars on his overpriced garbage.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a shame.
Uh,
All the while, souring the taste of these networks when they don't get return on their investment.
Yeah.
That's why I'm being very hard on Eddie Hearn right now, because that's what he's doing. He's overpaying inflated purses and then selling it to the networks, and they don't get any additional subscriptions or ratings.
nope.
Yeah. And that's what hurts the sport.
Yep, that kills the sport. That's killed us in the American market. So now, so do you have any honorable mentions?
Oh man, honorable mentions. Well, Coach Ronnie said top rank. No, but
Yeah, top rank once again. Hey, where are the TV dates?
right there you go. Where the
What
TV?
happened
So,
right now?
what do you call a promotional? What do you call a promoter without any TV dates, Coach? You call him a glorified manager.
Yeah, I was gonna say you would call them out of business. That's what you would call them,
Yeah.
OOB.
right? Yeah. Then another one here. Kind of going with the theme of this top 10. We bring up there this newly formed TKO league through Zuffa Boxing. There, which is the merger of UFC Zuffa brand and World Wrestling Entertainment sports entertainment model. And they now, are facing the same crossroads that has swallowed, many of the predecessors that we named there, man. Say, step into the marketplace here in boxing, one governed by sanctioning bodies, TV politics, and fragile egos. They may soon learn that the square circle humbles all who try to own it. Good luck, Dana White.
Yep. Or I should say, reinvent it. When they try to reinvent the wheel,
Mm.
it never goes well, guys.
No.
That's it.
Not at all, man. Not at
You remember
all.
all those jerk offs who were hoping for the collapse of Showtime and PBC?
Yeah.
And we warned them on this show. We warned them, guys, what do you think's going to happen when the other network executives see this and they're going to say, hmm, why did they pull their investment? Maybe we need to look at our investment in boxing. We told you this was going to happen, guys, like dominoes. And what's happening?
Yep. It's all falling now.
Yep. Definitely
Uh,
all.
so, so I hope you're happy, James. Now that we've depressed Coach Ronnie, let's move on.
Oh man. Let's bring our guy back here.
Hey, you know what? You know what, James? Why did you come up with this list? This was a really bad idea. Thanks a lot, James.
Hey, yeah, I was just trying to, bring up start up some conversation, but we got to bring our guy back here, man, for a little bit more of this.
Hey, this show needed the cash cow back to introduce fact or fiction.
Yeah, we had to bring him back. We had to bring him back for a few more on fact or fiction. So we're gonna go with this one here as Lamont Rose Jr. needs to stop complaining about Devontae Tank Davis and start focusing on Isaac Pitbull Cruz slated for December 6th in San Antonio, Texas. Fact or fiction?
That's definitely a fact. You gotta let Tank go. Leave it alone, man. The fight ain't gonna happen again, so you gotta let it go and concentrate on Isak because Isak is coming. You bet your ass he's coming.
Yeah.
Coach, what is the worst case that you've ever seen? Something that was supposed to be just a stay busy fight and it just went awry.
Oh, I've seen that plenty of times.
Yep.
I've seen it plenty of times. I've been involved in it plenty of times. So,
Oh
you
boy.
know, you-
Oh no.
looking one way and not the way you're supposed to be looking.
Yep.
Train wreck.
Yep. And
That's what
look, I know we just sang the praises of your former fighter, Vernon Forrest. What happened when he signed that multi-fight deal with HBO and was looking past Ricardo Mayorga?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what happens, man. And listening to other people telling
Oh,
you different things, here's the thing, right? Al Hammond had to fight with Oscar De La Hoya for Vernon Forrest
hmm
after he beat Mosley twice. Perfect thing for him to move up from 47 to 154. De La Hoya was the champion. Al had him a great deal.
hmm
But somebody told him, and I'm not going to name the guy that's been in boxing, that's been a world champion in multiple weight divisions, told him that he could make way more money if he unified the welterweight division, then moved up to fight De La Hoya as undisputed. And Vernon was told, "Are you crazy? De La Hoya is the face.
That's as big as it gets.
You're not going to make much more money trying to do that. It's just not going to happen. Don't listen to this guy that's telling you this." And he said, "Okay, I'm gonna do it." And for just when the day before they're about to announce it, he came back. "No, I'm going to unify the division."
Oh,
What?
Yeah,
yep. Yep. That's what you call urban advisors.
yep.
That's what Don used to call urban advisors, and they're the people that they're the circle that the fighters surround themselves with, who don't know diddly about the business.
Oh no, this guy knew about the business because he was in the business and he was an undisputed champion.
Uh oh.
But but Vernon listened to him, and man, I remember being on the phone with Al Heyman and Vernon, and Al and I tried to talk him into not doing that. Leave it alone. And the thing about it was, we had a terrible training camp
Mm,
because Vernon overlooked Mayorga. He did. He
hmm.
overlooked him. And, that's what happens, man. You know, when you let people on the outside get in your head that you shouldn't listen to.
Can
And
we just blame it on Rick Glazier, Coach?
no, we can't blame this one on Rick. Rick had nothing to do
Oh,
with this one.
Uh,
But it was a shame, man. And, you know, and it's so funny afterwards, after he loses to Mayaga, he says, "I should have listened. But now you got to fight the rematch." And in
no.
the rematch, I actually thought he won. But, Don King had Mayaga at the time. And, the judges didn't see it Vernon's way. And
I'll tell you what swung the judges in favor of Mayorga. It was the old hit me trick. That's what
yeah,
did it.
yeah, of course. But, still. And that's because of that fight, because of those two fights, is the reason they don't want to put Vernon into the Hall of Fame. And not to say Vernon came back and won a title at 154.
That's
yep.
right. He
Yep.
was a champion, of WBC champion at
WBC
54.
champ. Mm-hmm.
So they, still they overlooking all the great things that Vernon actually did.
So let's turn this to a much lighter scenario, right? And this is in my mind, coach, this is the absolute worst case of overlooking somebody
Okay.
and ruining a huge payday.
Okay.
You have to go all the way back to 1993 in Tulsa, Oklahoma on HBO. Tommy Morrison, Michael Bent.
Michael X. Bent, my boy.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh, I
indeed.
tell you what. Oh, he ruined the great white hype.
He sure did. He sure did. You know,
Ruined that
let me
huge
tell you
fight
something.
against Lennox Lewis.
I've been friends with Michael Bent for a very long time. And I remember when they signed that fight and I was talking to him, he said, "Man, they don't know what they're getting themselves into."
They didn't.
No, he said, "Man, they don't know." He said, the good thing is, he said, "They don't know me. They don't know who I am." He said, "Man, I'm in a great position right now." I said, "Yes, you are." And he told me, he said, "I'm going to knock his ass out." He did. He told me that. He said, "I'm going to knock his ass out." He said, "He's perfect for me, right in front of me the whole time." Oh my God. And they don't think I can punch.
Oh, found out the hard way, Coach.
Oh,
Sure.
they sure did. They
In
sure
how many
did.
seconds? A minute and a half?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
right in
God.
front of his hometown fans.
Yeah, I
Uh,
call him Michael X Bent.
Woo!
Goodness
I tell
me.
you what. Oh, pull on a fan. One of our brothers in the chat. He's
Yep.
got a special factor fiction for Coach Ronnie.
All right, here we go. There, Jaime Alvarado says fact or fiction. Bob Arum was giving Crawford $1 million per year for not fighting Spence while under top rank.
Yeah, but that's the reason Crawford had to leave. He had to get away from Top Rank because, he wanted those fights, man, and they just couldn't, they wouldn't pay. They wouldn't pay him for them. So, he said, hey, man, I got to go. So, and, it worked out for Crawford. You know, I've known other guys that tried to get out, but they couldn't get out of their contracts. But Crawford, he was able to get out and he proved everybody wrong.
Well, I'll tell you this. I blame it all on Deontay Wilder. No, I'm being serious. If he had beaten Tyson Fury,
Yeah,
because that was supposed to be the setup. Hey, we're starting a new working relationship. Bob Arum, Al Heyman, putting together fights on two different networks, Fox, ESPN. That
yeah,
was supposed to be the buildup to Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. And
yeah.
as soon as Deontay Wilder got knocked the F out, yeah, Al Heyman said, you know what? Let me think about that one for a second longer. Decided not to do it.
Yeah.
And
So
uh,
thanks a lot, Deontay.
uh, well, I also feel like that one they had a lot of risk behind that fight or that 2 fight deal also, and that didn't necessarily get the returns that they wanted on that. And they invested a lot, particularly on that first fight on that deal, because
Oh, yeah.
I remember they they had put Wilder and Fury on multiple networks and things like that, and tried to get their name out there, for that first fight in February of 2020, and that just didn't work out the way that they wanted to on that front. So
And this is
Absolutely.
when I knew piracy was going to destroy the market in America. Do you know how many purchases they got?
whew,
Or that first one, or that rematch? How many?
what was
Because
that?
that promotion was as good as it gets.
Yeah,
That had a big time, big fight feel. Like the
Mm,
biggest that felt like the biggest heavyweight fight since Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson.
yeah.
yeah, the way they built it, yeah.
And what were the pay-per-view purchases only?
What was it, around like 800K?
875,000
Yeah,
guys.
875,000.
And
Yeah.
do you know how many? And they streamed this using Museo, the
Hmm.
music tracking service. Do
Hmm.
you know how many people pirated it illegally worldwide?
Plenty.
Over 10
Over
million.
17 million worldwide streamed it illegally.
Wow.
That's when I knew, guys, this is a real problem because the way they promoted that event, you can't do it any better than that, coach.
Right. Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
They even had JB from Fox NFL Today
Yeah.
hosting the press conference on primetime Fox.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like, goodness gracious, that was a legitimate super fight.
Oh, no doubt.
And it only sold 875,000 purchases.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I knew piracy was going to be a huge problem moving forward, guys. And once again, look where we are today.
I kind of felt that in a bit when they had Mayweather versus McGregor. Even how successful that was, they still had a good amount of piracy for that at that point. So, man, it just got crazy at that point. All right, we got. Let me see. I would say, all right, let's go with this for this one. I'm going to skip ahead to the number 10. All right.
You would, James.
Boyd Schofield Jr. is incorrect when he states Brian Norman Jr. is going to sleep Devin in Saudi Arabia. He should have said Devin is going to put fans to sleep in Saudi Arabia. Fact or fiction?
That will be a fact. 'Cause
Oh boy.
I can't see Devin standing up to Brian Norman and fighting with him. He's going to try to run like he did this last fight. Run,
Against
baby, run.
Jose Carlos
It's going to be
Ramirez,
up to
bro.
Brian to cut him off. And but I think Brian is going to stop him. I really do. But he's going to have to cut him off early in order to do that.
Well, and also it's gonna be interesting to see who the ref is for this assignment, because
Yeah.
that's gonna be a huge factor in this fight with
Yes, it
all the
is.
holding that Devin's gonna try to do. Gonna try to wrap him up like an octopus, slow dance with him.
Yeah, but do the waltz and the polka and the
Dude, come on.
uh,
Come on, Thomas Taylor, get this assignment. Ching out.
yeah, we'll see,
I'll be
man.
damned if it's Harvey Dock again.
Oh God, we can't. Come on, man. You know what I think about Dave Chappelle being a referee. Come on,
Well, look. If it's other than Devin Haney, I don't mind so much.
man. Right.
Devin Haney, dude, taking away points, man, from anyway, I don't want to talk about that. That was one of the worst performances I've seen from a ref at that level in a very long time.
Yeah.
Like he had a hard night at the office, and I like Harvey.
Me too. I like Harvey Doc. I think he's really, really good. Well, he used to
Yeah.
be really good.
And yeah, he sometimes depending on the matchups, like he'll really struggle, man. So if he ends up getting this matchup here for November 22nd, that couldn't be a bad look for him if it ends up being very sloppy. If Devin makes it sloppy there on that
The
fight.
only one I don't like, even more than Harvey Dock for this assignment is Luis Babon.
Oh God.
Do you remember when he allowed Vladimir Klitschko to do that body slam on Sasha Alexander Povetkin in Russia? Dude,
In
that looked
Russia,
like
yeah.
WrestleMania 3.
Hey,
Well, slammed him like what? Hulk Hogan slammed Andre the Giant.
I wrote an article about that one too back in the day. Jeez.
Oh man, that's insane. That's insane. All right, let's go with this one here. Close off or something like that. All right, let's try this. All right, number 8. The rumors being reported that Boots Ennis, Sebastian Fundora, and Virgil Ortiz Jr. all passed on fights opposite Terrence Bud Crawford are nonsense and noise. With Bud's inflated purse demands, the only fight available was with Canelo Alvarez. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fiction. I don't believe that.
Hmm.
I don't believe it. I think that I think Bud was looking for something bigger, and the numbers just wasn't there for all those other guys. And so the Canelo fight came up, and he took that. So, and I think, and of course, it was the right fight. And I just want to see what he's going to do next. 'Cause I don't think he's going to stay at 68. Unless he can get a rematch with Canelo, I think he's going to go down to 160 and fight there.
Okay. Well, according to his co-trainer, Bernie Davis, Bernie the boxer, he's stating that the price tag after this victory just went up. The price tag to get Terrence Crawford back in the ring is now a whopping $100 million.
I saw that.
Coach?
But that's going to have to be against, well, yeah, he can't do, he won't make that with Canelo because Canelo is the draw. He going to make that with anybody because nobody's going to draw that kind of money for him to make that kind of money.
Okay, so that leads us into the
Retirement.
Jake Paul factor fiction, James.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, when Jake Paul wins his exhibition with Tank Davis in November, Netflix will attempt to crown the YouTuber the new king of the ring and propose a showdown between Paul and Crawford in 2026. Fact or fiction?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. I don't see why not. You know, hey, he's bigger than Tank. So, and the thing
That's
about it is, they're going to have a decision, but it's not going to go against their record.
Yeah.
ugh. Why are we seeing this, Coach?
Well, because we're allowing people from the outside stepping into our space and doing what they want to do.
Now, I understand that there's an old adage desperate times call for desperate measures, but come on.
We're not that desperate.
Yeah, this isn't going to end well, guys.
It's not, they don't see it yet. They don't
Oh,
Well,
see
boy. But so now you can see why we made this list, top 10 list today.
man, we're gonna see how that whole thing with Jake and Tank, ends up because that was Jake Paul's second choice. He wanted Canelo. He couldn't get Canelo, so
it. Yeah.
he ends up getting this here with Tank Davis, and we'll see how it turns out here because I know that we talked about one particular fight coming up here in Fact or Fiction when it comes to boot sentence and ticket sales, but when I checked a couple of weeks ago for this fight, hopefully,
Where's it going to be held, Big James?
what's that?
Where's it going to be held?
The Casillas Center in Miami, Florida.
Oh, geez.
You're talking about Tank and Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Yes.
Tank
Yeah.
and Jake Paul.
Yep. Casillas Center
Oh,
in Miami, Florida. So we'll see, how things turn out here within the next couple of weeks on that front, man. But yeah, as far as I know, uh, wasn't looking all too hot for me initially. So hopefully things pick up on that front there, man. But that is what we have at least here so far on the Fact or Fiction. Joe, you got anything else here for us?
no, thanks a lot, James, for depressing me and the coach.
With the top 10 list?
I'm just joshing, guys. I came up with that, and I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to depress you, Coach.
I'm good, man.
Jeez.
Uh,
Oh,
but
dude, I'm a gray cloud today, man.
but that is a definitive lesson on what can and does happen in the sport of boxing and in the business of boxing there when you make some mistakes there that could really cost the companies on that front. So hopefully TKO can learn from that, but I'm not all too
Well,
sure.
let's end it on a light note. Let's do number 7 real quick.
All right, let's run it with number 7 here on the Fact or Fiction. All right, here we go. Ben Whitaker just cursed his career by signing with Matchroom Sport. He'll eventually get knocked out by a hard-nosed Mexican journeyman. Fact or fiction?
I'm gonna say fiction, man. I'm gonna say fiction. Look, I like Ben Whitaker. I think he's a good fighter.
Yep.
You know, just got to see what Eddie Hearn is going to do with him. How he's going to push him. You know, look, there's two ways you can go, up or down. That's it.
Yep.
He's stuck in the
Oh,
middle right now. So let's see what the first one looks like.
well,
Mhm.
let's hope Ben Whitaker can break the Eddie Hearn curse because right now he's batting 1,000
Oh man.
with
Yeah.
British fighters coming up a cropper to the Mexican badasses who are looking for a payday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's just about a few fights in the light heavyweight division. So let's see how Eddie Hearn could find a way to mess this up if he can.
Just keep him away from David Benavidez right now. Come on.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
that's
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 gonna be his next fight.
Gee, gal. Oh,
oh,
man.
that would be something if they tried that man for the next fight for David Benavidez. Oh goodness gracious.
Come
Uh,
on, man. We're not finished. Read number 6.
let's see what we have here for number 6. All right, Daniel Dynamite Dubois will get outboxed by Frank Sanchez in a snooze fest in the IBF final eliminator early next year, making Atama, Torres, and the Jogba look like geniuses. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. I'm not going for that. Man, I'm just mad that Itama didn't fight Sanchez. I mean, this dude is really good. And unless they know something about Frank Sanchez, I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. You know,
Yeah,
this. I'm telling you, man,
yeah.
this just doesn't sound right. That he won't fight Frank Sanchez. Ajagba won't fight Frank Sanchez. I mean, what is wrong with these guys? I mean, come on, man. This is our sport,
Yep.
and I don't understand it. You know, you're getting the chance to fight for the world title, and all of a sudden you want to fight Usyk, but you won't fight Sanchez has to get to Usyk. I don't understand that. I'm trying
And
to
when you
figure this
consider
out.
that they don't have TV dates, I mean, Moses does.
They act like they got plenty of
Yeah,
TV.
yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm still that baffles me, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to figure
So,
this out, and
so I just
I
heard,
think
Coach.
he whitewashed Frank Sanchez. Tell you the truth,
Yep. Within 3 rounds.
Yeah.
yeah. But I heard him say, I heard it wasn't him. I think it was his manager, promoter, say, well, if he fight Usyk and he loses to Usyk, he's only 20 years old. But if he beats Usyk, then he's the biggest thing in boxing.
So is that why they're pitting him against Huey Fury in December?
Of course.
Ching Gao. Can you think of a worst possible opponent for
Yeah.
Moses Italma?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that. Wow. I mean, if he couldn't fight, I can understand you're ducking these kind of guys. You know, ducking happens a lot in the sport. But
Hmm.
man, this guy can really fight,
Yep.
and you're ducking Frank Sanchez. That man, I can't believe that. I really can't believe it.
And I can't believe Effie Ajagba, for a big payday,
He ducking him
doesn't
too.
want to try and get his revenge.
Yeah,
Right.
Richard Torres, without any TV dates, doesn't want a shot at an IBF title eliminator
yeah.
I don't get it.
without
Man,
any TV dates.
I'm,
Like,
I'm, I'm trying to figure these guys out, man. This is something different now. It just don't
They're
add
a
up.
bunch of entitled babies, Ronnie.
It just don't add up, though, Joe.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I
It
don't get it.
doesn't add up to me.
I mean, the thing with Frank Sanchez, I mean, he's had one fight that was what, like, over in Mexico,
Did he get beat?
but last year he got
Like Nick
stopped by
Caballero. Yep.
Caballero. But after that he's had one fight, but still like in the high
Yeah, but
level.
that's against nobody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a 6th rounder too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
against nobody. And this is what I'm saying. What is wrong with these guys? I don't understand it.
Entitled, coach.
Entitled sounds good.
Look, and this just goes to prove my theory, guys. And it doesn't prove anything, it's just a theory. But Ronnie, what say you about my theory? Everyone's talking about these guys. Oh man, they're great, amazing. And they are amazing, all-time great fighters. Terrence Crawford, 38, Usyk, 38, Beterbiev, 40, Dimitri Bivol, 34. I thought this was a young man's sport, Ronnie.
Me
What's
too.
going on here? Are they
The,
just taking
the young ones
advantage
don't want
of
to
the
fight.
weak era?
The young ones just don't want to fight. Simple.
There it is.
They're
yeah.
scared.
There it is,
They're
guys.
scared of losing that old. Why?
Yep. That's it, guys. So once again, this is a young man's sport. So
Yeah.
why are the geezers ruling it at this time?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Man, come on.
Yeah, you gotta get more of these younger fighters to fight each other, like I guess Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney or something. But
Yeah, then you have to pay him 10 million rock.
Yeah.
that's it. There's the other
Bunch of
problem.
entitled babies
Oh man,
destroying our market.
It's crazy.
Ah. And they don't want to step in the ring for the opportunity to fight for a world title in 2026.
Absolutely.
Makes no sense.
that's crazy. I mean, you don't know. Yeah, no one really knows if Alexander Usyk is going to be fighting, past 2026. So at least you would be in position to, if you win, either you fight for or you'll get a vacant world title.
Yeah.
But yet none of these guys are, willing to do it. It makes no sense.
It doesn't.
You know, what are we gonna do? End up having what? Frank Sanchez versus Luis Ortiz for the vacant IBF title or something? I don't know.
No, but they just ordered somebody to fight him now.
Uh,
I just saw
Who?
it today. I forget who it was. I saw it today. They ordered somebody else to fight.
To fight whom?
Oh, it's Dubois and Sanchez are gonna.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dubois.
Yeah, Dubois. Yeah,
So who wins that fight, coach?
I got to go with Dubois. I think Dubois could be too strong for him.
Yeah. He said they, they accept the eliminator there. So
Yeah, I think Dubois wins.
Yeah,
And you
come
know
on,
what?
artistic power.
All these
Go.
other guys gonna be looking around. Damn, I should have took that fight.
Yep.
yep.
When he makes Frank Sanchez look like an old man,
Yep, because he
Luis
is.
Ortiz Jr.
Yeah. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh, autistic power. Let's get it.
Oh,
Woo! Just don't party the night before.
man. Goodness, man. Hopefully they don't need to, get him amped up minutes before the fight's supposed to happen. Then he should be all good on that front. Oh man, but yeah, that's what we have there for the fact of fiction. And as always, there another great episode here with the legendary Coach Ronnie Shields. And as we said, man, the International Boxing Hall of Fame definitely should have him on there. But as I said before, I shouldn't have to make that drive over to Kennesaw to force things to happen like that.
Hold
Uh,
on, hold on. James,
yeah.
I'm going to ask this coach. I'm going to ask coach number 4, Fact or Fiction.
All right.
Fact or Fiction, coach. Danny Swift Garcia and Gabe Rosado should not be competing in the ring on October 18th or ever. Fact or Fiction?
Fact.
Oh.
It's over, guys. It's over. Ronnie, tell him.
It's over. Over. Leave it alone. Leave it
Guys,
alone.
come on. Oh,
Can't do it
man.
forever.
And I tell you what, you should check the ticket sales for that one, James.
I bet.
As a East Coast based media person for this particular fact or fiction, I plead the fifth. Oh man. Oh goodness. Yeah, man.
No wonder you left that out. I was
Yeah.
wondering why. That's all right. But look, Gabe, you've had a great career, man. You've fought everyone in and around your weight divisions. And I mean 47, 54, 60, and 68.
Yeah.
Don't do it anymore, brother. You're going to get hurt.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. And Danny Swift, come on, brother. Dude, we all remember Erislandy Lotta whooping your ass. Dude, cut it out. Come on, Big D. Just, dude, enjoy your life. Dude, you're still healthy. You still have your wits about you.
You know, the problem is he's a promoter now, and he just sees an opening the way he can make him some more money to keep promoting. That's all I see, man.
Yeah.
No, it's terrible, coach.
It's crazy.
It's terrible, coach.
It don't make sense. And these are the guys that love the sport of boxing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it so much that they don't want to let it go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh boy. Well, thanks for playing, guys. Hey, and on that note, Coach Ronnie, thanks for your time, brother.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
man, I tell you what, Mrs. Shields, can you please make him a nice dinner?
So did it.
Oh, and there you go. Read him a bedtime story tonight because he's going to
There
need
you
it.
go. I mean, definitely did it.
Oh,
Oh,
Coach, I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be fun, but damn, now I'm depressed. Man,
oh goodness.
I picked a terrible time to quit drinking.
And like I said, good thing I'm pleading the fifth on that last fact of fiction.
Hey, you know what? I'll say this. Thank God for the Jets. Jets, 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 Jets.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Man, our Cowboys look spectacular
Oh
on
yeah.
both sides of the ball.
Sure did.
Against
Boy,
this,
Dak Prescott looked like an all-pro.
Yes, he did.
well, he's basically looked like an all pro this season. So he's
Yes.
like leader
Yes.
leader in passing yards. So we'll see, man. He's doing it without his leading receiver too. So there you go.
No. What's his name? George.
George
What is his
Pickens
name?
now is like
Oh,
maybe stepping up.
Pickens, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
He's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh, he looked great. And thank God for the Broncos. They did us a favor.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
He did.
Yeah, got the
Yep.
Eagles down.
Yep.
So
And I tell you what, I'm going to be rooting for the Bears on Monday night next week.
that's for sure. That's for
Playing the Commanders. Can you still
yep.
get used to saying the Commanders, Coach?
Nope.
Yeah.
It's the Redskins.
You might mess up and call them the Commodores.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see what Coach thinks about Big George's last comment.
Oh man, let's see if I'll pull it up here, man. He says, Big George says that Devin Miles Haney is the face of boxing.
About face.
Oh man. Shout out to
Woo!
your Rick Sistrunk here, man.
That's my boy.
Yeah. Says it's an era of fighters that don't want to fight. Yeah, everybody thinks that they're going to retire undefeated, and
Absolutely.
yeah.
No doubt.
So there you go, man. But that like I said, it's a packed show here this weekend here with another episode of Real Boxing with Coach Ronnie Shields. Of course, definitely wasn't able to do this here without the great assistance here of our co-host, Brother Joseph Herron, man. And on behalf of Joseph Herron of War a Week Boxing, I am J.R. Bell of the Boxing Source, and the parting shots from the coach, Ronnie Shields.
As always, you can follow me on Instagram at official Ronnie Shields.
And that being
Woo!
said, that is our edition of Real Boxing with Coach Ronnie Shields. Have a great evening, everybody.
The Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer